What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Alien, the tabletop RPG. We are going to be playing a crazy, stress and panic induced game of Aliens. Hope you all are having a great weekend. This is a good way to tidy things up on a Sunday, I think. Well, except in Susanna's case, in which it's Monday, but
Mhm.
time travel. Welcome to the show. Thank you all for joining us. Before we get to the intro and a brief, super fast recap, I am going to actually turn it over to Juniper to talk about another amazing show and channel that I would like you all to check out. So, Juniper, take it away.
Sure. I think Ray wants me to talk about the Moonstone Matriarchy, which is an all-women campaign over on D and Denial's Twitch channel, and we play on Saturdays at 8 p.m. EST. And it's a great show. There's so much drama. At the moment, we're right in the middle of a whole bunch of family drama from one of our characters, and it's nail-biting stuff. Like several people in the cast were in tears yesterday. Uh, Playing this game. It's good. We're also out to save the world, so there's adventure as well. We just fought a coven of hags and that sort of thing. So if that's up your alley, we do that too. Yeah, but we'd love it if you came and joined us on Saturdays. Thanks, Ray.
Yeah, thank you. And look for the links in our YouTube description. It's quick and easy. Click on it and head on over. Good show. They've got a lot of other good shows that you should check out, and we often do one shots with them that are unhinged, to say the least. I want to do some of them on our channel as well. And Juniper actually wrote a tabletop RPG of sorts, and I'd like to get our cast to play that sometime. That would be quite amusing, I think.
That would be fun.
All right, everybody. So without further ado, I'm going to play the intro. We'll do our recap, and then we're going to jump into the game. We'll see you all in just a minute. When we last left the intrepid crew of the On Tilt, they had just finished their first mission after returning back to their home base to collect their rewards and drop off their livestock. It was discovered that there was some sketchy business aboard, and so decisions were made. People were airlocked. Things of that nature. When they returned to the planet, they found it in disarray as a strange group of marauders had laid waste to an entire city. And before the crew could really assess what was happening, they found themselves being chased. When we left the crew, you all were heading into Atmo, as it were, being chased by these marauders. Their ship seemed to be running under no containment, so very, very terrifying stuff to be had. So we're going to pick up with all of you hanging out in the crew station of the ship. Ash is doing his best to pilot the ship into orbit and get away. So I'm going to turn it over to y'all to discuss your plan of action here.
Plan. Time for plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do we get the fuck out of here as fast as we can?
Ash, are the engines powered up currently?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So I think we just try to hit FTL and get out of here. Susanna, can you get the sensors up and running and prepare to block them if they try to lock on?
Absolutely. Susanna goes running.
Yeah, Phoebe, can you find your father and just be ready for a fire?
Fair enough, we'll do. She also goes off running.
And Deacon, do you want to get ready for a party?
Harsh language incoming, sir.
Of the boarding variety.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I got Betsy ready to go.
All right. So that's what I got. That's the plan. We try to run and try to dodge.
The 5 Ds. All right. So, what we are going to do first is establish the 2 ships have not yet synced vectors, and therefore the approach velocity is 0.
So we're parallel at the moment? Like, parallel?
Pretty much. Well, so y'all are heading this way, and they're kind of coming in this way. Like, they haven't gotten behind you to actually start catching up.
Okay.
So you do still have a slight advantage on them. So what I'm going to do at this point is have the 2, or I'm going to have the captain do some initiative rolls. Now, normally with this game, there'd be an initiative card, but this time we're going to do an initiative roll.
Okay.
So chat, I'm going to need a D6 roll from you, and that would be exclamation point D6.
Ooh, Nightbot's not working at the moment, I think Tofu said.
Oh, yes, that's right.
So
Yeah,
someone
because
might
we
have
changed
to-
the name.
Manual roll, maybe? From someone in chat?
We'll take your word for it.
Yep. So we're just going to have to, if you have a D6 handy, go ahead and roll it and put that number in chat. And I have faith in you that it won't be 6s every time. Or maybe it will.
Who can get a D6 out the fastest?
Right? So, Brooks, give me a D6 roll. Looks like we have a roll from chat already.
Oh no. 4?
4. All right. Looks like the on tilt is going first.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so because there's no initiative card, do you want me to just establish the order verbally?
Sure. Let's do that.
So the one they recommend seems good to me. So it's sensors first as a reactionary. We're going to be preparing for that reactionary phase for going dark. Then it's Ash with the piloting phase. Then we're going to kind of mix it up with the engineering phase and then the gunner phase. So,
Okay.
Quick question,
Phoebe-
do we do any rolls?
Yeah.
Sorry. We still have our pre-existing levels of stress, correct? We didn't clear that at any point.
That is correct.
Okay. Awesome.
Actually, Susanna, this will be faster for your character. So you basically slide into a console station, kind of like your back is sort of to Ash, but it's where like the sensor operator would sit. It's got, all the knobs, the push buttons. It looks like a 1980s like tape deck where like you push the buttons down and they click. They're very analog.
we get it. It's old.
Guys.
So you are at that station. You can prepare to go dark if you need to. Phoebe, you come running into engineering, and your dad's just sitting in there. He's just chilling in a chair, like sliding the skateboard back and forth with one foot while he reads a comic book.
I can't stand that man.
Wonderful. Yeah, I think I come like busting in. I'm like, Dad, get your tools, get whatever you need to get. There's a really high likely chance that we're about to be attacked by another ship, and you just let me know what I need to do to help you. Like, set off fires, do whatever.
he hands you a fire extinguisher, and he's like, "All right, kiddo, time to get to work." And he like pulls his goggles down.
Uh, I'd say she probably still has it. Like, you remember the old like goggles that I had and all that? It was still like just around my neck, so it hasn't left me. So I put my goggles on too. And I'm like, all right,
Let's
we're
do
ready.
the engineering.
Yeah.
He's like, "All right, come with me." And he goes over to like a sealed off blast door, punches in a code, and as it opens, you see the reactor inside. And he's like, "Time to give this baby some juice."
What? No, that's like literally Phoebe's reaction.
I would pull the pin on that fire extinguisher now.
Okay. She puts it and yoink. Or maybe not no. If I have a little bit of heavy machinery background, I'm gonna stick it in my pocket.
Okay.
But
He-
she's ready.
He momentarily leans over to the wall and pushes the button on the intercom, and he's like, "Ash, you're going to have increased FTL in about 45 seconds. Think you can buy us that much time?"
Oh yeah, sure. Why not?
Sweet. He turns around and picks up a big ass wrench.
Was Brooks able to hear that, or was that like a private communique between Ash?
Oh no. No, it was like over the speaker system basically.
And Brooks makes her way to the speaker. What do you mean more than what we have FTL wise?
You shouldn't ask questions like that. You're not gonna like the answer.
All you hear is clanging.
I think-
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, I think Brooks would like to use their command attribute. They're going to tape down the button and start reading the manual over the speaker obnoxiously. But I get to roll 7 dice and add that to their rolls for heavy machinery.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
You're adding 2 dice. So
Two
two
dice.
two successes already that you didn't have to achieve on your own.
That is amazing. I love that.
That's what I got. I'm reading a manual. That's what Brooks is made for.
So, as you are reading the manual, James is repeating it back to you. And Phoebe, you see James is not doing any of that stuff. He's got that wrench and he rears back with it. And he just starts smashing valves.
You know what? Phoebe takes a step back, but she's still got the fire extinguisher aim. She's ready. She trusts her dad. She'll know what's going on because this isn't what he's taught her before, but she trusts him. So we out here.
We out here. I like it. All right, so that is happening. Brooks, what is our next step?
So that was engineering?
Yep.
Okay. Sensors are on standby, and so then it would just be piloting.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if there's too much to go on for right now with no extra juice.
So at this point, it's just going to be the standard acceleration, deceleration, that kind of thing.
Got it.
Yeah, we kick it down and do an up and out. Making for space as fast as I can get there.
That seems appropriate. So let's do your normal piloting roll. So it says that with a piloting skill check, it will increase approach velocity by 1 step, 2 if multiple 6s are rolled. But what we're going to do is have it be the opposite, where you're making it harder for them to reach the approach velocity.
Okay.
Or conversely, there's evade. You can try and evade them if you think it's piloting either way.
Let's try and evade them.
Okay.
I got 2 successes, no failures.
Okay, awesome. So basically, from what I was reading, is that combat it happens simultaneously. So while you all are doing your thing, the enemies are doing their thing in secret. And they were in their gunnery phase. So with your successes on evade, you managed to kind of like pull to the side just in time as a harpoon with a very thick chain goes flying past the ship.
Oof, that's close.
Well, that's not anybody's standard procedure.
Deacon, while you're sitting at the gunnery station, you're kind of like scrolling through the multiple menu options, and it's like unavailable, unavailable,
Mahjong.
unavailable, solitaire, unavailable. But you finally come across one that jumps out. It's not a weapon per se, but it is a low-grade particle beam that is used to cut up metal in space.
I'm liking what I'm hearing.
So essentially, it is what I'm going to rate it as is a 400 MeV particle beam weapon. So you do have a laser.
Pretty light. Okay. Well, knowing that he was going to be do the reactionary move, we don't. Do we have a lock on? Do I need one? Do I have aiming?
So in order to fire a weapon, the sensor operator has to do a target lock.
Which I can do if you like.
Susanna, please try to target lock them so I can try to keep them from settling in right behind us. I'm going to try to distract them with a shot across the bow.
On it. Okay, so I believe that's a contact roll.
It is, yes.
And just because we haven't played in a while, you add your stress dice on top of the existing dice, right? They don't. Yeah, cool.
Yep, that is correct.
Okie dokie. You've got to be fucking kidding me.
That's always good.
Hey, I just rolled 10 dice and didn't get a single success.
Oh no.
So yeah,
It
I
seems
can't
like
work out how to use them.
maybe it's just the wrong combination of buttons. Maybe the sensor system is just too old and needs the dust and cobwebs blown off of it. Either way, the target lock does not succeed.
I pull out the cartridge, blow on it, stick it back in.
I will give you 1 extra die for that.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
No.
1 dice. Our fate is in your hands.
I'll take that. Can I push that roll? Like,
Oh yeah.
You absolutely can. Yes.
remind me how
That will.
works.
So you can re-roll the pool again, but you take 1 extra level of stress.
Okie dokie. And you're happy for me to do that?
Yes. Yep.
All right. And adding that extra die that you gave me for. Okay, that's better. We've at least got. There's 2 successes in there. It's better than nothing.
Heyo. All right, then that's 1 was all you really needed. So you are now locked onto the target ship. Deacon, it pops up, very original Star Wars style. Like you get that checkered plane that goes. And so your options are fire weapon or launch countermeasures, which you don't really have countermeasures unless you want to try to use the laser as one.
No, we will still attempt, through all the bucking and weaving that Ash is doing, to try to hit him with the laser. That would be range combat.
Stay on target.
I didn't hit nothing.
Oh no. Would you like to push the roll?
Yeah. Oh,
This feels like the situation for that.
2 successes.
There it is. All right, so 2 successes. This laser does 4 damage, and you deal an extra +1 for each success rolled. So you have done 6 damage. This salvage laser actually does far more than you could anticipate, as it kind of beams through the hull of the other ship, not in a clean line. It's jagged, and you can see the metal kind of melt.
It's alright, I like it messy.
They actually decrease in speed to try and get out of the range of your laser. So that brings us back around to top of the order with Brooks. What's the plan?
So everyone can hear my voice? Right?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to use Counselor to lower everyone's stress by the amount of successes that I have. So
Okay.
it's not good counseling. Brooks is like, hey, I don't hear anyone breathing. Everyone make sure you're breathing. Take deep breath.
Nice, calm, steady breath.
That's one less stress on everyone that can hear me.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
I think Deacon's stress should go up, personally.
Brooks is over here. Hydrate!
Yeah.
It's
Don't you
very
tell me
bad.
to fucking breathe.
Oh, geez, I love that. All right, so everybody's stress is lowered. I'm going to say it's at this point that Phoebe, you're down in engineering. Your dad has been smashing at this thing, and finally he has that aha moment. And he drops the wrench. He's like, yes, no more limiter on this valve. And he gives the valve a spin, and there is no resistance in this thing. It just pinwheel in the wind. It just
Oh
spins.
no.
And the gases from the
$1.
yeah, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. The gases in the intermix chamber begin flooding the reactor. It glows a very, very bright blue. And you see the thermometer attached to the wall begin rising very rapidly.
Now you should be at 3,000 pounds per square inch.
And about time I'm seeing every light on my console go.
Yeah. I think Phoebe's eyes are just real wide. Her mind's this is a really pretty color and I should probably be worried, but I don't see a fire yet.
I'm very subtly strapping
We didn't
in.
start the fire, okay?
I
So,
like that.
she's kind of knocking some sweat off of her brow, but other than that, she's still at the ready. If her, my dad's in there, I'm in there. Again, we out here.
Don't
He's
forget your
just
plus
like-
2.
You're the moral
Yeah.
support shoulder.
He's monitoring this and kind of like taps on the thermometer, like the thermostat. He's like, "Huh. Well, that's going quicker than I thought."
Stops mid-page. What's going different? It should all be the.
Oh no, it's no, it's great. It's great. Everything's good. Everything's good. Phoebe,
All right, follow on maintenance.
Phoebe, we get closer.
Kind of, yeah. Scrambles
like-
up.
He's like trying to hold his hand over the intercom, like Phoebe.
Dad, just you let me know. You let me know. But
Just
no
remember-
fires yet.
Just remember, pass.
Just like you taught me. Just like you taught me.
Oh no.
And with the roll that I just did, Phoebe, you see a lovely crack start to form in the reactor, and you do see, like, every few seconds, like some puffs of flame are coming out of this crack. And James is like, yeah, just keep hosing on that for a second. I'm gonna go grab something. I'll be right back.
Okay, so she's like, I already pulled. Now we're aiming, we're squeezing, and we're sleeping.
Nothing comes out.
Oh, that's
no.
awful.
It just makes like a fart noise. It's like,
It's full of helium.
Like Ash is doing it too. She's like, "Oh God, I really hope we have another fire extinguisher nearby."
No, 'cause it's
Have a
helium.
plus
Like,
2
oh
to
God, I
the
really hope we
roll.
have another fire extinguisher nearby.
But yeah, no, it's we're keeping it cool. We're keeping it cool.
you hear from the other room, almost just a couple more seconds. Just we're almost there.
Bring another fire extinguisher, Dad.
The whole time Brooks has just been talking. He goes, "What fire extinguisher?"
For moral
Hello?
support is what we call our lucky charms, I think. Yeah.
Our lucky charm.
Yeah. But
Phoebe, your dad comes running back in, and he's like, "Okay, so I'm gonna hold this piece of metal in place. Phoebe, I need you to use and he like holds up the automated bolt installer. He's like, I need you to bolt this piece of metal down. Ash, we're good to go anytime now. He like holds the metal up there.
All right, cool. So I started doing it. Do I need to roll? I guess.
Yeah, give me some heavy what is it? Heavy machinery?
Yeah. Did you use the plus 2, or was that towards Phoebe?
That was towards Phoebe.
Got
Okay,
it. So you get.
I'll add 2 to that. Very nice.
I can't remember if it's 2 successes.
You got this.
I want 6s, right?
Yep.
All right. 1s don't matter right now, or they do?
Unless
Only
they're
on
the
stress
different
dice.
color.
Oh, thank God. All right. No stress. Two successes. 2 successes.
Beauty. All right, yeah, you start. Brooks, you ask about the fire extinguisher, you get a very weird response, and now you hear everyone hears the very clear and audible sound of an automatic bolt installer.
Look, just.
Just gonna add a stress dice.
Pretty sure that's our cue.
It's basically like if a nail gun was powered by a shotgun shell. That's kind of what it sounds like.
Do we all add a stress die for that, or?
I definitely add
I
one.
did. I did.
Yeah, I'm going to as well, because
It's okay. The fires are small. Ash, anytime now.
Yeah, get us out of here,
There's
Ash.
any fires?
Yeah, but they're small.
Adding another 4 stress die.
My fire's not small. I hit him.
It's not the size that counts.
So yeah, Ash, we're gonna do a what's that? Piloting agility
All right.
with all the lovely extra dice that you get.
No successes and no failures. Whole bunch of 3s and 4s.
Sweet. Now, would you like to push the roll?
I do want to push the roll. I've got a thing for that.
He likes barrel rolls.
Yeah. I took that reckless piloting way back in the beginning.
Give him a
3
barrel roll.
successes.
Nice. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we start to roll one way, then we roll the other.
I forgot that you can't relieve stress during space combat. I do remember reading that.
I just found
Shocker.
that on page 193.
Shocker. Well, it was only one stress die. I'll let it go this time.
Okay.
Especially since you all just voluntarily gave yourself more stress.
True.
I love it. All right, Ash, with 3 successes, you get this thing just jumping, and all of you that are not strapped in feel the just incredible weight as the ship lurches forward at full speed. Normally, this particular class of ship only has an FTL of 200. But with these modifications, you are traveling at 300. Percussive maintenance. So basically, space is a blur right now.
They've gone plaid.
Yeah, you've gone to ludicrous speed. Stars are just streaks of color as you are tear-assing through space. James turns around and says, Phoebe, good job. Holds up his hand for a high five.
And she high fives him. Yeah.
Everything looks great down here, everybody. Mission accomplished.
She silently fist bumps him as well.
He covers the thing again. He's like, Brooks is gonna hate this repair bill.
Maybe we just shut the doors again and talk about it later.
Good call.
I'm gonna read my comic.
Yeah. So are we at me again? Are we at the top of the order?
Well, yeah.
Well, there's
Technically, it's everybody because combat's over now. You all have escaped and are safely flying through space, faster
Okay.
than light.
I'll try to give one of my rousing speeches. Good job, everybody. Statistically, if the reactor was gonna kill us, it would have done it immediately.
That's reassuring.
Everyone, one stress. I'm sorry, 2. Never mind, 2.
2.
2
I
is
like it.
something.
Yeah.
I don't think I calmed myself down though. I think it's everyone else.
Everyone else is like calm and collected. Like, thanks, Brooks. You're over there biting your fingernails off.
Do
It
androids
would
get
feel kind of
stressed?
broken to be able to calm yourself down that way.
Right? Yeah, that's a very good,
Yeah,
very good question.
it says their
Cool.
stress. So. Oh, you cannot use this talent on yourself. Yeah, I'm sitting here stressed.
And
Not to add to
I
it. I got a stack of maintenance requests, and I'm just sticking them on everything in the cockpit that's got a light on it.
Post-it notes.
May I? That's only in short range. Is anybody in here particularly extra stressed right now and would benefit from more decrease?
I'm actually not very stressed. Not to like get into the Android allegations. I'll never beat the allegations, but I'm doing all right on stress.
Okay.
Deacon's
Yeah.
fine. He wakes up from passing out, from having all his blood rush to his ass. And says, "Did we get away?"
In progress.
Excellent. Can I shoot something else? Chicago, bang bang.
Just like
Maybe-
turn on the laser as you're flying faster than light. Like see if you can outrun your own laser.
Hmm.
It's trailing out behind us like da 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 da.
I feel like in the high mind of someone that should be in the infirmary, that's exactly what Deacon's seeing. Phoebe, can you go ahead and get Deacon to the infirmary and give him another checkup?
I'm fine.
As Neon Cat is just coming through his side of the speaker.
Yeah, I think she probably comes up with wheels, like another wheelchair back up there. I was like, come on, get in here. Get in here.
Curbside.
And just wheels them away off to the infirmary. Just to give a second look.
Just replaying memories of whatever the fuck just happened. Was this? Can we work out? Was this caused by humans, or was this another alien species that we haven't like encountered yet, or like what?
No, it definitely was human.
Okay,
Human.
just fucking
Ravagers.
wild humans. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Just unhinged wild humans.
Space madness.
It was Pandorum.
Oh no, you want my ice cream bar?
I think Brooks is going to approach Ash as he's laying out the maintenance requests, and to show her appreciation, she's going to start helping him fill out maintenance requests. And, like,
It's how she de-stresses.
yeah. But it's also like her love language is helping people with their remedial tasks. So
Yeah, it's like, yeah, everything needs one. Just start the paperwork.
James longboards onto the bridge of the ship, like kicks the skateboard up. He's like, "Oh, Brooks, just the person I wanted to see."
with papers.
So, not super pressing. Oh my god, that's a lot of maintenance requests.
We're hoping to make port so they won't all be on you. You deserve to put your legs up after the amount of work that you did.
Oh yeah, thanks. I appreciate it. Speaking of port and work and things like that, the ship actually holds up pretty good, and I think we might be able to make some upgrades to it. Get some weaponry, maybe a new reactor, some fuel.
Well, like when you follow the book, like genuinely, if you're following what the maintenance says to do, you're fine. What's wrong with the reactor?
I mean, I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with it, but it might be cracked.
And speaking of that fuel thing, how much are we burning through now compared to normal?
That's a good question. He like pulls up a piece of black tape that was covering like the gas gauge.
Susanna, can you give me any sort of bead on if we're still being followed and if we can slow down?
On it. Can I do like another sensor check or something to see?
Absolutely.
To do a scan?
Yeah. He puts the
alright.
tape back down. He's like, "Can you put a post-it note that I need to fix this?"
Not so much
Yep.
a post-it note. It'll be a form, your standard form.
There's forms?
Um,
Since when?
Can you please go
Is
get a
that-
reading on the reactor and let me know if we're gonna die from radiation?
Oh, no. We'll be fine. It's sealed behind the blast door.
You didn't want kids, right?
No. The reactor is totally 98% fine.
That extra die from before was that ongoing or was that just a once-off?
That was a once-off.
It was a once-off. Okay. One success and a 1 on a panic die.
Yeah, but at least you're not in ship combat anymore, so that's good.
Just regular combat.
Suffers an aneurysm.
There might be between James and Brooks.
Yeah. At this point, Brooks isn't looking at him, just at the papers.
But yeah, so
Yeah. I'm fine.
You're fine?
Yeah.
You don't need panic?
No, I rolled. Oh. Wait a minute. Hang on. I have to roll d6 again, don't I? Shit. Sorry. I'm not fine. I am very not fine. That's a 9. So
Oh, a
I-
9.
Wait, for what? Your stress level?
yeah, I panicked.
What's this?
Apparently,
Okay.
Susanna has problems after the confrontation.
Which is good because she gets through whatever she has to get through and then breaks down. It's
Yeah.
fine.
It's great
very nice.
prioritization.
So
And-
a 9 says drop an item, whether by stress, confusion, or the realization that you're all gonna die anyway. You drop a weapon or other important item. The GM decides which one, and your stress level increases by 1. Since I do not know what Susanna is currently carrying, I will let you decide what the item is that you drop.
I think, well, at this point, I would have just been in, probably still in that little pod using the sensors. So unless it was a component, like, or that cartridge or whatever, like, unless it was a component of something in the sensor controls, I'm not sure what else I would have.
Spill your coffee on the control panel.
I wasn't gonna
makes
say it, but I was like, yeah, you spill something on the control panel.
Yeah.
Good thing it's
that's-
sludge
yeah.
and not liquid.
That's going to make the cleanup
this-
so much worse, though.
From the smell, that's 2-day-old coffee too.
Mr.
Fresh.
Coffee. There was a chart for this. There it is. There's that chart. So I'm going to ask chat to give me a D6, and then Susanna, I'm going to ask you for a D6 as well. And then Susanna, I'm going to ask, would you like your D6 to be first or second?
First,
Okay.
I guess. I don't know what that means, but
We're number one. We're number
my
one.
d6 is a 1.
Okay. All right. Off to a good start. So,
Oh, and Tofu gave someone a level of stress. Oh, James. Oh, no.
Aw.
to panicky talk to Brooks. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what happened. But you know what? I don't feel like it was panicky talk enough. So, and Tofu gave us a 5, so we're looking at a 15. Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh.
Your the component malfunction that you didn't have an item to drop is the armament malfunction. The laser has had a malfunction.
Oh no, our one weapon. Shit.
Basically, it is short circuiting and will take a -2 to all attacks. So, Deacon, just so you know, if you come back up trying to use that thing, you get 2 less dice.
Fine.
Sorry.
So, in a moment of levity and really wanting Brooks to pay for this thing, James says, "So Brooks, if we could possibly have a moment where maybe we could sit down and talk about
Your levied paycheck?
well, funds allocation and resources, and if we have any resources,
We haven't gotten paid. Nobody here's got. I'm gonna go check on some things. Just has to walk out.
but I really think that okay, all right, well, we'll catch up later."
Oh yeah, stress is higher. Let me go ahead and drop
Meanwhile,
that.
Phoebe, you roll into medical with a still Yosemite Sam corporation.
Yeah, let's get you on this table, and I'm gonna read your vitals and see what we got going on. You seem very loopy.
With a groan of agony, Deacon gets up on the table. Think I might have pulled a stitch out.
Oh man. All right. Yeah, she just starts plugging them up, and it's kind of already just immediately goes for some fluids, because she figures that'll help out regardless. And then I can't remember where you got where did you
My
get
leg.
bit again?
My
Your
leg.
leg. That's
artery.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. So yeah, then just kind of looking over his leg to see if like he said, the stitching, like if it popped out, it needs to be readdressed, or if it's like looking kind of gross, like maybe infected or something.
All right, let's get a little roll going here, and we'll see. So, Phoebe, you're going to give me empathy and medical aid. Oh, that's not good.
Go.
In
Go.
in your evaluation phase, we're going to call it, you definitely see some white pus coming from the wound. There's definitely some stitches popped out.
Okay.
It looks very infected.
Children, this is why you wear seatbelts.
Hold on, let me see what wanted to see what the something. I don't remember.
Well, Phoebe's doing that. Susanna, you are not being followed.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Does anybody remember if that buzzes at all? The medical kit or
Breaking
the surgery? I don't know why I didn't write that down.
What was the
the
medical
question?
kit? I gave you +2 to your roll, I think.
Okay, yeah. So personal medical kit gives +2 and this is crazy because I like literally just randomly opened it up and it's right here. So very nice. Gives a +2 modification to medical aid rolls, but can only be used once. Which Deacon should still have his medical kit on him.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So we can use yours, but I also have a surgical kit. Gives a +1 modification to medical aid rolls to prevent death. Oh, well, that's not what we're gonna use then. We're gonna use the med kit.
Well, that's not what we're using then.
Yeah. All right, cool. So we'll add.
Give me the drugs.
You might want to bite down on this.
You gave us each one personal med kit, right?
Woohoo! Yes. 1 success.
All right. So how are you fixing this? Like, I don't need details or anything like that. Just like,
Don't
are
say
you
leeches.
just stitching it back up? You putting staples? Are you cauterizing this thing?
So if it's all pussy, as painful as it would be, and I don't remember if I have medicine for that. Can we say that I do have some type of medicine that like
I
kind
feel
of
like
numbs the pain a little bit?
I
or
feel like
something?
you'd have a few doses. Yeah.
Cool. So we'll give him that. We'll also have like there's what's a generic medicine that like people take for infections?
It's like an antibiotic.
Antibiotic, yes, that word.
Amoxicillin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll give those two to him, and then
All unflavored.
kind of like take the stitches back out to like clean it and whatnot, and then yeah, it would be to cauterize it at this point instead of the stitches for like a more permanent heal, and hopefully so that it doesn't get infected again.
So, all right. So, medical is going to smell like Fritos for 5 days.
What the hell are
Oh,
you
gross.
saying about my hygiene? It smells like Fritos.
That's what
It smells like lavender.
Your
Jasmine.
brain.
burning flesh smells like Fritos. I don't.
A little bit. Yeah.
All right, maybe
There you
not
go, then.
Fritos. But definitely corn chips. Don't ask me. It's just what my nose smells. So, all right, that is happening. Brooks, you are storming off through the ship. Where are you going?
Probably to find my cat and sit creepily in a chair and pet them like a Bond villain until my stress goes down.
Poor
Fully
cat's like-
disengaged. Calliope like picking up and then just like petting Bald on top of the head.
Yeah, you like pet down, their head goes down, and you peel your hand back, and their face is like.
The whole time, like I think the whole first like 10 minutes, I'm getting Calliope and like the honest debrief, and it's just all sorts of curse words and yeah, emotional support animal. They're earning their paycheck. So
I am here for this.
Point of order. Calliopeia is currently wearing a rainbow sweater.
Okay.
Because we had 3 days before we got to the planet. That's what I was up to while convalescing.
I'm
Yep.
adding that to the notes so we have a running tally for her outfits.
Is it Pride
So
Month? I feel like that would be appropriate for Pride Month in game.
Yeah, just short of Pride Month, but we could say it's Pride Month.
Colonial Marine, we're always full of pride.
Yeah.
Well, I
so-
see Nightbot made a comment in our Twitch chat. So does that mean that it is up and running again? I'm curious. All right. So Ash, despite your best efforts, the ship begins illuminating different panels and whatnot, and you see basically that the fuel is starting to run low.
Of course, because why wouldn't it? Definitely looking for the closest place to sit down for repairs.
All right. Go into the map, the map, the map.
Okay, Dora.
So I'm going to say that the nearest spot to you right now is going to be, I'm going to write this down so I don't forget, GL251 Red Rock. a small mining outpost. So, that being said, in order to make it there, you would have to exit out of FTL because it's just burning too much fuel. Doesn't require any rolls to do that or anything. But when you do, you find yourself pretty much in the center of, or not in the center, but like coming very quickly into contact with an asteroid belt.
Wasn't on any charts. Yeah, do my best to navigate through them.
This particular asteroid belt, I'm going to say you actually have a few scribbles of it in your special notebook. This asteroid belt actually roams space.
What the fuck?
That's a
It's
new
a
phenomenon.
belt that roams space.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, that's one of those trying to decide what to pay attention on. No, not wreck the ship or make notes.
You know, if we had a laser, we could probably shoot our way through.
Hmm. Shame it's
I
out of
think
commission.
I think there was a whole video game about this.
Well, you know, it's this mysterious asteroid belt. We'll want to take a sample. Yeah, no, leaking fuel and whatever else from our damage probably takes a little bit of precedence, and I want to try and at least make communication with the colonies if we can sit down.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a comtech roll, and we'll see if we can communicate with the colony. Now, you can either roll this yourself, or you can have Susanna help,
Happy to help.
or Susanna do it.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and do it?
Me do it? Okay.
Yeah.
God, where was my stress at too? Okay. Tech 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Two successes.
Hey.
There it is. Reaching out through the void of space. You connect with the mining outpost on Red Rock. What message would you like to send, Susanna?
What's the name of a fucking ship again? Oh, on tilt. That's not what I say. Susanna just gets on the phone. No.
I love that. Like, wait, hold on. What? That would be funny.
GL 251 Red Rock. This is the on tilt. We are running low on fuel and hoping to refuel and restock our supplies. Can we set down in your outpost?
On tilt, this is GL251 Red Rock. This is Foreman Smith speaking, and yes, you are clear for landing at our colony. Fuel, we are running somewhat low, but we are willing to spare what we can in exchange for maybe some supplies from another nearby colony, if that's something you might be interested in. I mean, obviously, we will accept just outright payment, but trade is often more valued out here.
Foreman Smith, thank you. This is Susanna Garcia, scientist of the On Tilt. That sounds good to me. We can certainly hash out some kind of trade in person. Landing shortly.
Fantastic. All right, so the communication is ended, and Ash, as you're taking the ship closer to Red Rock, you can see the asteroid belt drifting off further away into space. It's like one of those situations where you're like, wait.
Don't go.
But go ahead and give me your piloting check. Piloting agility check, and we'll have you bring the ship in, hopefully, in one piece. I like how nobody's telling Brooks, like, nah, they're stressed. We're just...
I think Brooks at this point is actually just kind of shaping up some maintenance stuff to actually get done. And sadly enough, I think they've lost quite a bit of faith in James. So they're looking to get as much maintenance done as possible by people who are going to follow the rules.
How do you get less than zero?
Fair.
Yeah.
Hey,
Rules.
did we die? Did we die though?
Not yet.
It took a
That's the
year off
question.
my life.
But did you die?
Sure, it did.
The allegations, falsehoods and allegations.
So many allegations. I love it. All right, what'd you get, Ash?
2 successes.
Beauty. You bring the ship in nice and easy onto the landing pad. It's pretty much an outpost like any other. There's a few outlying buildings, maintenance hangar, things of that nature. There's even a small barracks where some of the colonial marines have kind of set up shop to help protect the colony from any kind of aggressors.
Okay. I imagine I make my way straight over to where the maintenance gets done, and it's just a stack. Like, I don't think it's all, probably not paper, right? Because paper's not all the way useful out here, but it's just like a little terabyte drive of like, here is everything that I would like done. Run the numbers by me.
Meeting you on the platform is Foreman Smith. He actually does not look like a dillweed like Jeff.
Oh, good for him.
There's different flavors.
Yeah, but he's got his his hard hat on, his name tag, and all that good stuff, and he greets you all, or he's waiting for you all on the landing platform. I don't know if you all are exiting the ship or just preparing to leave.
Yeah, I think Brooks was intending to go straight to the maintenance area, but this person probably should get talked to first if that's the way it runs here. So
Yeah, the
Yeah.
foreman's pretty much the mayor and like owner, I guess, owner operator.
owner operator. All right. But
I'll
Brooks
tag along.
didn't talk to Smith at all, so I think
I'll
Yeah.
tag along.
And you
My
are?
my voice was the one that made contact.
yeah. So I think Brooks is just starting to walk, unless they're like standing at the stairs when we walk down. They wouldn't even clock that someone was like standing there. Or are they?
You can't see over the paper.
He's right. He's approaching the ship as
Okay.
you lower the stairs down and everything. And he comes like walking up and immediately heads towards Susanna. And he's holds out a hand. Captain, good to see you.
I shake his hand and laugh and say, Susanna Garcia, scientific officer. This is our captain, Brooks.
Oh, my apologies. I just made an assumption. I thought the captain was contacting me. Brooks,
assumption.
I'm Foreman Smith. Holds out a hand.
Brooks shakes the hand. And
Ooh, good grip.
A little
who
chilly.
can I catalog with my maintenance with, and coordinate that with?
We have a maintenance team. They usually hang out in the maintenance hangar. Not gonna lie, they usually don't work on anything of this scope. It's usually small land vehicles, but I'm sure a few of them have had training in spacecraft.
It's better than what we got.
Dang.
Bird.
Ouch.
I think Brooks is beyond pissed.
Well,
Full
you know,
shutdown.
good help is hard to find these days, especially out here.
Agreed. Is there anything we could do
So-
for you?
Yeah. Nearby, I mean, we can obviously get you some fuel and everything like that, but nearby at Station 949, there are some mining supplies that we could really use here. And we're willing to, sit down, negotiate some trade. If you go pick those up for us, we can get you some more fuel. We can get you, maybe some medical supplies. We don't have much, but I mean, I'm willing to negotiate.
Do you have a legal office, or do things get coordinated through you directly?
Pretty much just through me. I have my office in the main area there. We do have like a bar if your people would like some shore leave.
I think like Brooks is like not even looking at the scope of everything, just being like, "This is a garage," just being like, "All right."
Yeah.
Just like, okay. Yeah, no, we'll definitely attribute to the local economy. I will look up a contract. Who do I give this maintenance to?
He's like, you know what? I'll take it and I'll pass it along. I can get them started on it as soon as you get back, or I can get them started on it now.
As soon as possible. We're gonna need maintenance before we even attempt the job that you're trying to give us. We're coming out of something a little rough. Speaking of which, Susanna, would you like to accompany me to this bar?
I absolutely, in just a second. I do have a question about this job that you've got for us, Foreman Smith. Station 949, they don't require the mining supplies anymore. Have they decommissioned them? Do we need to trade something with them for the supplies?
No, they are a auxiliary of our colony, but they're done with the supplies that they need.
I see. Okay.
So they
That's
shouldn't need
cool.
anything in return.
Wonderful. Brooks, shall we?
Yeah, I think Brooks is like looking at Susanna holding it together better and like asking the questions they're supposed to be asking. Be like, yeah, it's just like kind of walking already. Brooks is
Just
having a
leaving
bad time of
everyone
it.
else on the ship.
Oh god, it's like that. It's that feeling that you're not showing up the way you want to, and it's that snowball effect of like, fuck, like, just kind of walking through this bay looking for this closest bar, probably their only bar.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
you letting anyone else know?
No.
I would have the presence of mind to do that. Do I have like a walkie-talkie thingy, or do I have to like just go back up into the ship and just yell?
I feel like y'all would have some way to communicate with the ship, so I'll allow you to have like a walkie-talkie or something.
All right. I just tell everyone, shore leave time. There's a bar.
Yeah, that's gonna go good with the antibiotics. Come on, Dick, let's go.
I assume I'm unconscious at the moment.
Yeah. I think that medicine knocked him out a little bit.
Could have been the lack of blood.
Yeah, and then Yeah, Phoebe's probably just gonna stay with Deacon. She's not super into alcohol, nor can she legally drink it. So,
Oh, true. She's 15. I keep forgetting that.
yep.
Out here, everybody's legal drinking age.
It's called survival.
Mm.
If you
Touche.
can be chased by monsters, you can have a drink.
Exactly. All right, so you all make your way to the bar, and you see that it's not like a super cramped area. It's definitely like an area that was not intended to be a bar, but they made one. And as you go in, you see a few of the other miners are in there. They're in their downtime. They're having a few drinks and whatnot. And basically, the bar does not consist of a bunch of alcohol or anything like that. It is just one large still that is behind the
Classy.
bar.
Classy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I buy Brooks a drink. She looks like she needs one.
I think Brooks kind of does that thing with the glass where you kind of swirl it to see how long it takes to flow down to judge the alcohol content. Like, how strong is this stuff? Like,
We can
Well,
see
the-
the vapors coming off the top.
Yeah,
Turns out,
the
this
bartender.
is the fuel.
The bartender pours out some cups for you all. Basically just like the metal,
Oh,
the metal
God.
cups, and
Anything else?
slides them to you. They're like, we brew this right here in house. Great for taking care of what troubles you and degreasing engines.
great.
Perfect for an android.
That's a twofer.
I think after they take it like a shot, I imagine it was like 2 fingers and they took it like a shot, where they just looked at Susanna. I was reading the book. I was telling him how to do it, and he didn't listen. Can I get another? Yeah.
Slides it over.
And
Shoots
suddenly,
another one.
everyone's unconscious.
Like Foreman Smith said, it's hard to get good help around here.
He was getting good help. Like, I couldn't do any more. Another one. And-
Whoa, slow down. Slow down.
Yeah.
Like Brooks is already 5 deep. Like, where are you getting them?
Right. Yeah. Androids don't
Does
experience
Brooks
alcohol.
get inebriated? Like, what happens to Brooks on alcohol?
I think
Inquiring
Brooks is-
minds want to know.
Mm.
I think Brooks has
Scientists
definitely
take
had.
notes.
Well, so I don't know if Brooks has mentioned it to anyone. But Deacon, but they are former military with like a heavy tradition with alcohol consumption. So I think they're very versed in a bar like setting, and this is where, like, what happened earlier where they shut down early should have happened here, and they just couldn't make
Mm.
it. So
Yeah.
now this is them just like venting, and I imagine what you see as she starts to get more drunk, which I'm sure this is hitting pretty quick, is they're louder and more just like vocal, or it's usually like an icy, composed kind of image.
Mhm.
It's now just hot rage induced.
Mm.
Yeah. They're not someone
Yeah.
fun to drink with. Sorry for Susanna.
Oh, she's probably used to it, honestly. I'd imagine she's quite similar drunk because she does maintain that mask all the time as well. So,
Yeah. It's like an unhealthy cope. It's not like I think we've seen a drinking episode with Deacon where he's like, yeah, this is fun. That's not this.
To be fair, mine was tinged with acid. So
True.
Yeah.
that's
So
true.
I think after some time they do kind of slow down, and I think get to a vulnerable spot with Susanna, where they're like, "Is it me? Am I the problem?" Kind of coming out like
Yeah.
really. Yes.
No, that was me, not Susanna. Yes, Brooks,
I think
you're
there
the
is that
fucking
moment.
problem.
As they're like starting to get that sweat, that sheen of like drinking.
Think of it this way. We are 6 people who have been randomly thrown together by the strangest man I have had the pleasure of meeting. Very few of us knew each other beforehand. None of us knew what the other's skills were, and we've been put on this mission, sent out into the black void, and now we have no contact. It's not you. You are doing amazing, honestly, given this fucked up situation we find ourselves in. I'm quite glad to have you here to take control is the wrong term. To be someone who's not afraid to step up and guide the rest of us into working together as a team, because it is very clear to me that we have a long way to go in terms of building the rapport that would happen in an effective team. And certainly in the meantime, I'm glad to have you here.
I think they just take like that deep inhale, like shaky breath, just like, thank you. I think I needed to hear that. And I also I appreciate you stepping up when I stepped out. Yesterday. I'm assuming it's been like about some time, but yeah.
It happens to all of us. It happens to all of us. And out here we have to have each other's backs, right? There's no other way to survive this.
You're right. Because it can't be left to stand how James operates.
Yeah.
Phoebe? Anything to say, have you?
Well, I didn't know if like we had actually all went or not.
Yeah, is it just us two, or is everyone else joined at this point?
Brooks would not have noticed anyone else joining. Got your back.
I feel like that's up to the rest of the crew. Are you all there? I mean, there's really not a whole lot of places to hang out, but I mean, if you don't want to go to the bar, we can find somewhere else for you to be.
Deacon's still in the med bay. Like, I mean,
Yeah, like character-wise, I feel like she would have just stayed there with Deacon and like continued to take inventory of the stuff and whatnot.
my guardian angel.
Oh yeah, that's the only reason. And I was just like, 15. Like, even though she probably could drink and all that, but I don't really see that being in her nature either. That's the only reason why I had stayed back with Deacon.
Okay. And Ash?
Ash kind of came in just a little after them and decided not to join and eavesdrop instead.
Damn!
Yeah, we
but
trust
after a
you,
while,
We
just
have, like-
flat gets bored and like starts lighting the drink on fire and putting it out.
Can I possibly make like an observation check or something to see if I notice Ash eavesdropping on us?
I like that idea. Go for it.
Okay. All right, so I'm rolling 13 dice. Let's go.
Jeez.
13?
She's very observant.
If I don't see him, I'm gonna have to say, how many fingers of alcohol I am deep in this thing. I see him. It's oh well, 3 successes hopefully is enough to see.
Yeah. You see, he's been close enough to overhear what you've been saying, but as Ash said, he's like setting his drink on fire now. So
I once Brooks brings up James, I just I nudge them in the side just with my elbow and sort of make a head movement towards where Ash is and just say, you know what? I feel like this conversation might be one that we should have as a whole team.
Like an
As to
intervention.
what to do.
It takes another drink.
If it look,
Yes, before your drink.
to that,
Yeah.
it feels like a team decision. Like I respect your authority, but I think in this case, the status of someone on the team is probably needs to be discussed with the team.
I think you're right. Now we've moved into shit faced.
Yeah.
I love it. It's as the night carries on, everybody's having their drinks. Brooks is obviously getting quite toasted. Ash, you've set like 18 drinks on fire at this point. Coming from the doorway, catching all of you completely by surprise, is the sound of a shotgun blast, and all of you get sprayed with red mist as one of the miners suddenly explodes. Standing in the doorway,
What a non sequitur.
standing in the doorway is a person wearing what appears to be a mining onesie jumpsuit kind of thing, like coveralls, completely devoid of emotion on their face, holding a shotgun pointed at everyone in this bar, and they rack the shotgun again. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
Great.
What a cliffhanger. All right.
Tell me I
Oh,
get to play
dear.
hard next episode.
Thank you all very much for joining us, and thank you to these awesome players for doing what you do best and bringing your A games, no pun intended. Well, maybe some pun intended. Super fun getting to try out some space combat, and maybe we can get some weapons on the ship to make it even more better. But,
Mo better.
Mo better. But we will see you all next month for Aliens, the tabletop RPG, or you can join in next Sunday for Critio Grito, which is our anime-inspired D&D 5e campaign. So we will see you all next game. Bye.
Till then,
Bye.
spirit fingers.